Ryan Battle versus Nursultan Ruziboev. I've actually been trying to fade both of these guys. I picked against them both in their last fights, and now they're fighting each other. Battle's going to move up to middleweight for this one, and I don't like it, honestly. I think that Battle's style is kind of built around him being the longer and the bigger fighter, being able to hold in the clinch and try to wrestle and wear you down a little bit, and I don't think he'll have much success against a big guy like Ruziboev, who is 6'5", as well as, not to mention, Battle's a guy who likes to use his teep kicks, his front kicks, his jab, and his straight punches. And I think it'll be tough for him to close that distance to be able to find those shots. Now, I don't like Ruziboev whatsoever at all, but he is the underdog here, and I do think that there's enough value for me to pick him. Ruziboev is a guy who doesn't throw in combination at all, which is a problem for me. But what he does have is good athleticism, good speed, and explosiveness. And in my eyes, he's a much more dangerous striker here. He's got a nice laser-like right hand right down the middle, and I think that's a possibility. It's a possibility it could go ahead and connect on Bryan Battle, who, in my opinion, is a guy who doesn't move his head all that well. He can block hooks, pretty well, but ineffectively. But when it comes to the straight shots, he is constantly getting hit by them. Ruziboev, to me, is not the best grappler on the ground. We've seen him taken down and controlled there. But Battle's a guy who hasn't really got much going with the takedowns as of recent. Couldn't take down Randy Brown effectively. And honestly, I think it's a tight fight. I do. I'm going to lean on the side of Ruziboev just because I think he holds more advantages here, and I don't think Battle's style is going to be nearly as effective as it was at 170 is when he's fighting at 85. I don't think Battle wins this fight, and I like Ruziboev here. Not really. I don't really like Ruziboev, I'm sorry, but I like him in this matchup enough for me to go out there and pick him, especially as an underdog. There's no way I'll lay money on him, but I do think that he has a good chance to win this fight. So I'm going to take Nursultan Ruziboev here, potentially by a KO. Let me know who you got in the comments.